the tightrope walker. In his last attempt, he got a wheelbarrow, and he just simply asked, "Do you trust that I can get across this rope between these two skyscrapers?" The crowd cheered. "Of course we do. We've seen you do it blindfolded, backwards, on a bike, on a unicycle. We trust that you can do this." Then he just simply asked the question, "Who will get in the wheelbarrow?" No one got in. I'm not asking you to trust in the skyscraper. I'm not asking you to trust in the wheelbarrow. I'm not asking you to trust in the talents of anyone else around you. I'm asking you to trust in Jesus in life and in death.
Amen.
Every single one of you can trust Jesus in this, because the impossible's possible. There was a man, his name was Peter. You just heard about him. He walked on the water. His name means stone. Catch that for a second, church. Peter's name means stone, and yet a rock floated on water. Now, I'm not a geologist, but I've never seen that happen, where a stone floats on water. Rocks can float in Jesus. The impossible can become possible. I met a guy named Mike right over here. He had been plagued by depression and anxiety with ADHD, set on an adult. And you know what happened to him? He got healed.
Amen.
Just a few weeks ago. And the impossible is possible. Lazarus, his name means God who helps. The God who helps in death and in life. You can trust Jesus. I know many of you are here today, and I just want to simply ask this question, and we're going to sing one more song in celebration. I'm going to rock out one more time. Is that okay with you guys? I just simply want to ask this question. Is there somebody there today that just would say, "Eric, I'm in a hard situation where I just need some prayer because I'm facing some impossible things, and I need to have the Spirit of God, renewed trust that God has got this, because I certainly don't." Put your hand up if that's you. Put it up if I'm talking to you. If someone has their hand around you, church, be the church. Get up out of your aisle. Walk over to them. Somebody has their hand up, get around them. Anybody in this place that just should simply say this: it's not so much the impossible, But I've seen a lot of death in my life, and I feel defeated, and I feel like the grave has had the final say. I'm new in Christ, but I feel like I'm staring at death. If that's you, I just simply want to say, you've been having a hard time trusting God again because of a tragedy that struck your life. If that's you, I want you to raise your hand. You're having a hard time trusting God again because of a tragedy that struck your life. It's going to be hard to raise your hand. If your hand is up, if someone's hand is up, go to them and put their hand around them. Jesus, I just pray for every hand raised. Every person here on the side of this mountain, that whatever it is that is keeping them to trust, whether they don't believe, whether they fear, or they've been hurt, God, I pray with the words from the way that you lived your life, caught in ink and paper, trapped in a hotel drawer, written down thousands of years ago, would become alive and new and infused into the very being of who they are, that they can trust you in death, that they can trust you in life, that the impossible is possible, that rocks get to float in your hands, that the grave does not have the victory, that you have the final say, that life is what we get, not death, but life. In death and life, God, I just pray for every hand, every need, every situation, every moment that's represented in this church, this body, that just would simply say, God, we just need you. We trust in you. In fact, if you're being prayed for right now, I just would encourage you right now just to simply say these words, and it's hard to say, but words create realities. God, I trust you with this death that I'm facing. I trust you with the impossible that's surrounding me.